Want to try again?
Right as I fucking press live. All right. Greetings, readers and travelers, and welcome to another episode of Stats on Stats, Level 2. So, today's episode is going to be a fun time because we are joined by Anime Nation host Ryan the Lion 3055. And Ryan's a good friend of mine, and I wanted to bring him on specifically for this episode because we're going to be talking about anime tropes in lit RPGs and just kind of go over some animes that we think would make good lit RPGs without, putting the obvious ones on our list, even though we are going to talk about some of the obvious ones. So, with that being said, before we go into anything, I forgot we need to do some housekeeping, and we actually have our first sponsor for Stats on Stats. So, quick housekeeping. We do have our giveaways going. We have some goals set. Once we hit 200 followers on Twitch, we will be doing a giveaway where Joel and myself will be spending our own money to, buy someone a bunch of the lit RPGs that we've either talked about. It's going to be of their choice. If they pick a series that has, say, 7 books, they get a 7-book series. And they can choose either the Audible or Kindle versions of it. We mainly do Audible stuff, so if you want the audiobooks, it's the best way to get in, I guess. Also, once we hit 15 subscribers, we're at 5 at the moment on Twitch, we will be doing another giveaway of the same. And then also, once we hit 100 subscribers on our YouTube page, same thing. So 3 chances to win. Looking forward to it. Now, for our first sponsor, today's episode of Stats on Stats is brought to you by, I'm going to pronounce it, but I'm going to put it in the chat, DarianTeneri.com. It is a merch website that my friend Daxton has made, and he actually made me this shirt. It is a Rich Dolphus and Lunar the Gamer Kitten shirt. So, go to his website, and you will be able to look at all of his merch. He has his Darian's Reptile Hubs merch on there. He not only has shirts, but he has photo prints and also ceramic mugs and a bunch of other stuff. So please go check Darian's stuff out. Dax, I love you, buddy. Now, I've already kind of introduced him, but I'm going to introduce him before I introduce the dipshit sitting next to me. Today, we are joined by the host of Anime Nation, Ryan the Lion. Ryan, how are we doing today?
I'm doing quite good, Excited to be here. Stats on Stats. What is it? Chapter 2? What are you guys calling this again?
Level 2, because
level 2.
we level up.
That's fair. But not just overall excited to be here. Excited to talk some tropes and see where the common lies are for anime and lit RPGs.
All right. And, of course, I'm joined, as always, by the dude who just cut his hair, because I've not seen it that short in a hot minute. Like, he just had to have gotten that cut, like, between this episode and the last episode, because that's short. I don't remember it being that short, but I'm also getting over COVID. Hey, Joel Harvey, how we doing today?
You know what, Rich? You know what?
I feel like you're about to insult me, and I don't care.
I'm feeling fantastic.
You fucking better be. Kind of scared me there for a minute, because I didn't know when you were going to show the fuck up.
Dude, I am tired. I set like 3 alarms. I was not missing this show.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just a fun episode. It's not like one of our normal boss encounters where we have an author on or anything. We're just gonna have a fun time and talk anime tropes. I wouldn't consider this part of the deep dive, but we do have our first deep dive coming soon. We were gonna record that last Monday, but I was getting over COVID, and it looked like I was about to pass out in my chair. I was just like I looked miserable. So,
did you ever lose taste?
What's up?
Did you ever lose taste? Were you one of the ones who lost taste?
No, I did lose my sense of smell for a day. What happened was I had actually streamed God of War for a little bit on Wednesday night because I had called in for Thursday. I was like, all right, I'll stay up a little bit and I'll just like try to hunt some of the Valkyries or something to beat the story. And I got up and my body, I could not move. My bed is just right over there. Like you can see the black post of my bed. I couldn't even make it there. It took me 30 minutes to walk from where I'm sitting now to over there.
Shit.
My body started to lock up. I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I just laid in bed and looked at the ceiling. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even listen to any of my books. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, quick thing. Hey, Joel, what have you been reading?
Really? You gonna throw this at me
dude,
now?
We haven't done this in a hot minute. I'll go first,
Dude.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I am actually finishing up They Call Me Mad by J. Powell right at the moment.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
fucking good. It's fucking
Dude,
good.
I started it last night and dude, it reminds me of Dungeon Crawler Carl, but with the cast of Big Bang Theory.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Tell me I'm wrong.
One of them's name is Raj, so
right?
I finished up Mana Harvest by James Falcon and Wolfwalk, which was a really good wholesome slice of life. It gave me Stardew Valley vibes. It was a fun time. What else did I just finish? I had to reset my app because my app was being stupid. I finished all of Christopher John's stuff, and that was really enjoyable. And I started Death and Glory, by Luke Chimilenko and Chris Harris, narrated by our boy Luke Daniels. We love Luke Daniels here. And then actually after I finished They Called Me Mad, I did, even though we already technically own it, Joel, I picked up the omnibus for Headshot Online so I could just power through all 3 books without, having to, just start the next one. I'm just like, you know what, I'll support Matthew Siege. I like Matthew Siege a lot, so I picked up Headshot Online. I'm probably going to start that right after I finish They Called Me Mad while I wait for Cyber Squad level 2. But Joel.
Yeah.
Hey Joel, what you been reading?
Yo. Dude, I just finished the 4-part series, but it's 4 books, but it's called This Trilogy is Broken. And it is just a unique flavor of ridiculousness and epicness that I can't really find anywhere else. And that's really all that needs said about it. It's fantastic. I also just finished Cal Plowman's second book for Viceroy's Pride.
I need to start that.
It's really good. He's a good author. I love his Blessed Time series.
Is he the one that also does Blessed Time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm probably gonna like that because I did enjoy Blessed Time.
Yeah, it's at like modern day, which is cool. I finished Battlefield Reclaimer by David North. I finished Lord January, which is Dakota Kraut's new series that he's
Lady February comes out like tomorrow, or Tuesday, I think. Like it comes out soon.
Yeah, hype.
Oh, quick thing I saw before we went live. Steve Campbell tweeted that the second book in the Fae Nexus series, first book being Black Dawn, is now out on Audible. So we got something new to listen to. And Game of Gods book 4 comes out on Tuesday, and then the next Tuesday we get what is it? Wild Wild Quest book 11 in the Good Guy series.
So much good stuff.
Dude,
I want to be so broke.
Dude, my library's fucking. Oh, and Zach did tell me that I Am the Bad Guy 2 is coming soon.
Yeah.
So we're getting that and Cyber Squad level 2, like I think right at the same time. I was like, fuck. And Zach's actually recording Cyber Squad level 2. I got to listen to it for a little bit yesterday. And oh my god, that man can narrate. He's a wholesome dude. So now with that out of the way, we've done a little housekeeping. We kind of rambled for the past 10 minutes. Anime tropes. Now, when we look at anime tropes, this is going to be like, classic plots that like anime stuff does, and we'll kind of compare the two. So the big one, we'll go ahead and do the big one, and that's isekais. We love our isekais. And I mean, the first lit RPG I got Ryan to read, The Land. And what is The Land? It's an isekai.
It is an isekai.
So, what makes an isekai, Ryan?
What makes an isekai an isekai? I think there are 2 subgenres of isekais.
All right.
One where you have been just straight transported from our world to their world, and then there's the reincarnation route that you got hit by a truck, and now you're going to the magical world. So I think
Konosuba.
I think that's really the crux of what an isekai is that it has to involve that teleportation to the nether world, where you have no knowledge and no guide or whatever to get you through that world.
So, when you think of an isekai, that would be like the most accurate of a lit RPG. What is the first one that comes to mind? Because I have one.
Ooh, this is actually going to be one that is different than what people would normally say to you. I'm going to say Log Horizon.
Okay. See, yeah. Okay, yeah. And that's a damn good anime. That's a damn good fucking anime. And that one is fantastic.
Because I like of all in Log Horizon, you do truly see all their stats and like how they get them better
Yeah.
and everything. So I think that is very akin to, at least from what I've read, my very limited knowledge on lit RPGs. There's a big stat sheets for everything.
I'm gonna apologize really quickly. I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna try to mute my mic before it happens, but it's been coming out. So listeners, I apologize. Zeckler said Monster Punk because Monster Punk is definitely an isekai. The second book is actually called Isekai Skies because they talk about the portals that people just fall out of.
That's a
And
good title.
oh, it's fucking
That's a good
great.
title.
Joel, what would be the biggest isekai for you that an anime that would be like a lit RPG? Like what would be the first one that comes to mind?
Probably Rise of the Shield Hero.
God damn it, that's what I was gonna say. I gotta think of another one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because you see his like whole ability screen pop up and just all the skill trees and stuff.
Which I mean,
So
they have the prophecy talking about like heroes coming from other worlds and all that fun shit. So that one is definitely a good choice for like the isekai section. For me now, I'm gonna say Overlord. Overlord is a straight up isekai.
yeah,
And that would be like a really good example of a lit RPG. So, but it wouldn't be on my list of like animes that I would consider like becoming a lit RPG. One of them I have, and Ryan, you're gonna yell at me for it, but I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk on that one later because I'm gonna double down on it again, Ryan. There's your hint.
All right, all right. And then there's just want to throw this out here because this is a newer show coming out, but I think it also really encapsulates what it is to be a lit RPG. It's called Solo Leveling.
Yes,
It's
actually.
Yeah. He's schmoving. He's schmoved.
Solo Leveling.
Yeah, Solo Leveling. It's getting its anime in this.
I even have the first volume of the manhwa. This shit is good.
It's so good.
So here's my thing about Solo Leveling. We have the audiobook for the first like novelization of it, and the story's really good, but the narrator, oh god, it rubs me a little bit of the wrong way because he like makes the sound effects like when the door creaks, he goes creak, and I was just like, oh god, it's cringy, but it's good. So yes, Solo Leveling's on there now, Ryan.
Yeah.
Because we never got to do the review of it, but I do want to ask you, because it was a video game before it became the anime. The World Ends With You. Would you consider that in a lit RPG genre? I don't know if it would fall under the isekai because they do die, but they're not reincarnated.
They're not reincarnated into a different world. They're ghost trapped in our world. I'd almost call it more horror than isekai.
Okay. But
because it's like you realizing that, oh shit, I died here.
But
why am I
in the anime, we don't really see their stats or anything. We just, we see their pins and like the different abilities they get.
Yeah.
But they have that game system to it. It's just like, ooh, because they're playing the Reapers game, which I mean, shout out to, I can't really get it. There we go. Shout out to The World Ends With You, one of my favorite games of all time. So we'll move away from the isekai and we'll go into the next big obvious one. Trapped in a video game world, or the main character's playing a video game. Big one. Sword Art Online. That is the biggest example of, what could be a lit RPG and a good anime trope. Because in a lot of our lit RPGs, we do have, the ones where they get stuck in the video game and either have to beat the game to escape or they just kind of live out their life and there's that time dilation. And for the lit RPG genre, a really good example of that is the World Tree Online by EA Hooper, which Joel and I tried to do an episode of that, but then my stream crashed and we just never have gone back to it. But that is on our list. We do want to talk about that, and we'll try to get Jeff Hayes or some of the Sound Booth Theater team on for that one. Ryan, what would you say a good trapped in a video game anime would be?
Ooh, trapped in a video game. Okay, this one is going to be a how to put this? A deep cut.
Okay.
A deep cut. All right, it's called, because I'm like, I only know the Japanese name, so I had to look up the English name. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. All right, so this.
What the fuck? I've never heard of this one. Ryan, what is this one?
This is a chick who was really into like Atomo games, like dating sims, and she'd play like medieval dating sims. And she would always be like the bad girl in them and all this kind of thing. And then she gets transported into the world of her games, and because of her immense knowledge, the pathways of that dating sim, she runs her way up the political hierarchy to be queen and a tyrant over this nation.
That's my kind of shit right there. Does this anime have a
And
dub?
I think that, yeah, I probably.
All right, I might.
It came out in the past like 3 years, so it probably has a dub.
All
That feels right.
What's another good like trapped? Because like I would say trapped in a video game wouldn't be a classic
Overlord.
anime trope.
Overlord.
Well,
It's been mentioned, but that was a lot of Overlord.
well, yeah, and same with Log Horizon. I mean, those are they are
Yeah.
trapped in a video game, and I mean they never log out, right?
Do we count Code Lyoko? Is Code Lyoko
Yes,
an
Code
anime?
Lyoko is does count. Code Lyoko is lit RPG, and I will die on that hill, even though I was never the biggest Code Lyoko fan.
I hated the way it looked.
I did not like the art style, but the story was good. The story was. Oh, what was that one show on PBS? Cyber Chasers.
Yes, that's
There
an
you
isekai.
go. That's.
Wait. That's an
What?
isekai. Oh, is Chalk Zone an isekai?
Ooh, well, he could travel back and forth, so
That's fair. That's fair.
we'll leave it up to the comments section, and we'll address it next episode.
Please, someone address that for me.
Is
That-
Chalk
that's
Zone
my-
an isekai? Zeckler, I need you to tweet that and tag stats on stats, and we'll see if we can get a poll going. I'm gonna say yes, because
Alright.
he can open a portal to another world, and he has
Yes.
magic. Also, my eye is bloodshot, and it is bugging me.
I see. I just thought you were stoned.
No, dude, I fucking wish I was. I do have my CBD oils right here, though. Chalk Zone. I'm gonna say Chalk Zone's an isekai, but trapped in a video game world. Other than Sword Art Online and like Overlord and Log Horizon, there's not a lot that come to mind.
This is an older one, and it was also a set of games on the PS2.
Dot
Called-
hack.
Yeah,
Dot hack. It's a good one.
that's a good, and that's set in a video game.
It is. It is. Digimon.
Digimon
Oh
is
yeah.
isekai, set in the digital world. Is that a video game? Because video games are played in the digital world.
Yeah. That is a video game.
Mhm.
So we got those. Man, this episode is going to be a hard one to do, and I really needed to think it out through, and I thought it would be a fun one for us to just compare, because I listened to The Rules by Aaron Oster, and he goes through like all this stuff, and he goes, oh my god, it's a fucking trope. Like, he just makes fun of the fact that there's so many tropes. Like, you have the damsel in distress farmer's daughter. Like, in the first one, he goes, god damn it, there's a trope right there. And every trope that happens, he's just like, fuck, I'm tired of these tropes. In the second book, we have King Arthur. And he's like, I fucking hate this. I hate this shit. So that's what actually inspired me to do this episode. Because I figured it would just be a fun time and kind of like get us away from the traditional setup we have for stats on stats.
get into more talk about the things you enjoy than this one little book here and there.
Zekor, I meant on Twitter. Not in the chat.
Oh, shit. No game, no life.
There you go. Joel, why
Yeah,
didn't you
there
bring
you
that
go.
one up? I figured
Because
He didn't want to.
I mean, it's not technically a video game.
it's an
I mean,
isekai.
it's
That
a
one is an
world that
isekai.
runs by games, but it's not
Oh, okay, Zekor, that works.
a video game. I don't know. It is an isekai though.
That one's an isekai, and that one's a good one. We need season 2.
I think that could be easily turned though into a little RPG.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah,
definitely
for
could.
sure.
And the light novel's really good. I have the first 3 light novels. And I mean, they do have some stats in it, so.
So, animes you wish you could see as a lit RPG.
Okay. I got a big one here because
Okay.
I think it would add a certain type of flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
This would be One Piece.
God damn. No! No! No!
Why not?
You know how I feel
So-
about One Piece. Fuck One Piece.
So basically, the devil fruit just gives them access to like a game system or something.
Yes, that the Devil Fruit has a level up system and built in with
No.
it. So the more
That-
you use it, the better.
I
it
mean,
is.
honestly, that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie, like
And then,
from a
like-
pure mechanic state.
The later you go into it, they have hockey, which is like they're like different forms of like defense, attack, and all that. So there's a game system built into that of like a strong guy with attack hockey going up against a tough guy with defense hockey. It works. It works as a game system. And I think the pirate world has not been explored enough. I think that's a big open world you can do so many different adventures in.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would like a pirate world themed
Mm-hmm.
lit RPG, and Jonathan Schmidt did say that in Dungeon Core Online book, one of the next floors is gonna have like a pirate theme to it, and I'm fucking ready for that shit. God. Okay, I will respect that option, even though I fucking hate One Piece. Fucking hate it.
I think.
I swear if you put Attack on Titan on your list.
Oh
Ryan,
my gosh.
God damn, I swear.
It's not on my list.
Okay, thank God.
All right, Rich. What's one from your list?
No, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm pulling
Yeah,
out my
let me
big
go
one first.
first.
I'm pulling my big one out
Okay.
first.
All right. Here we go. Just picture it. Naruto.
Okay, I could see that. I could see
Yeah.
give them the stat sheets and like they have their different styles, which could be their different classes. Like Gara could just be a straight up fucking monk, or not Gara, Rock Lee. I'm thinking of the Rock Lee Gara fight. He's just
I'm
a
always-
straight up monk.
I'm always thinking of the Rock Lee Gara fight, rent free in my head.
God,
And the reason why I said Naruto is because Justin Miller, Justin Miller Rich, but he has a series called World Keeper Online. And
I still haven't read it. I need to.
no, but like in his world, they have like an energy system is their like system of progression along with the like levels. So he's got like mana or ki or natural energy for like druids or like spiritual energy for like I don't know, shamans or something. And you can mix the energies to get advanced classes. And one of the mixtures is a mixture of mana and ki to make chakra for the ninja class,
Okay.
which is kind of how it works in Naruto. Is they have their chakra and is it ki? I don't know,
They have
but
their
it like
chakra and ki.
mixes to make
Yeah.
chakra.
Okay.
So I think I would want to see that as a lit RPG.
Okay. Now, here's another cool thing about that is you also have their ranking system.
Right.
So there's another whole game system in there, the Genning to tuning to.
Oh yeah.
So there's a
Which
lot in Naruto that could.
I would like to see the Naruto versus Todoroki fight in the Naruto to Road to Boruto movie, where he has to redo the tuning exam before he becomes Hokage, and he just fucking lays out this child. He beats the ever living shit out of a child. He's like 18 at the
Oh,
time, and
post-war Naruto. I forgot about that.
just I
That
want
is
to see the damage output from that fight alone. Just that one fight. All right, Joel, are you ready?
Yeah,
Ryan, are you ready?
ready.
always ready.
All right, I'm doubling down. We're summoning the Grab and Dragon because we're doing High School DxD. That is going to be my pick for the lit RPG. Think about it. Think about it. It has a
I
harem, which
mean,
harems are very common right now in lit RPGs and like game lit books. You have the pawn or the chessboard system for the rating games, and you like their class is their pawn piece or their chess piece. So Issei would be, a pawn. That would be his class. And Rias would be king. All that fun
yeah.
shit. That would be a great lit RPG. And I fucking need it.
I do think
Fucking need it.
High School DxD needs more, like, I don't know. It feels like it's just like, oh, this person's really powerful. I'm just gonna make myself like more powerful, but there's no like,
There would be checks and balances.
yeah, there's no like numbers to be like, oh, I don't know how much damage that actually did.
Exactly.
Like he's
So
just
that would be a cool thing for a lit RPG. Because you wouldn't have to worry about an isekai or anything like that. You have the game system already there. It would be you start out, you're born into this world, you have the game system once you die. That's when the game system comes into play.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I mean, if you think about it, Issei did have to die to become a devil.
Mhm.
So it works. It fucking works. All right. Now, before we do our next one, let's talk about another trope. Are there cultivation animes? Because I don't think there are that come to mind, where you have to like sit there and resonate on like the mana or the ether in the world. Molly says, or Lane says that Molly said fairy tale. Yes, fairy tale was actually on my list. Thanks, Molly. Now I got to come up with a different one.
That doesn't. The fairy tales. That feels like going for low hanging fruit there with fairy tale. It's high fantasy. It's really easy to throw a game system in there.
It's
Like
really
I don't
easy to
have
throw a game system into One Piece.
I don't think it was, but I think like I didn't put Berserk on my list, and that's high dog fantasy. You just put some stat sheets there, and it's allowed.
Berserk is just a really bad D&D campaign, but really good at the same time.
Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer.
Would Goblin Slayer be considered a cultivation?
I don't think
She
so.
followed up with
It's just high
She followed
fantasy.
that up
but
with My Hero Academia. Fuck, Molly. God damn it.
Superhero one would be fun. What was I gonna say though? Cultivation. So describe. So explain to me what
So
cultivation is.
cultivation would be once you get done, like say you're going dungeon diving, and after you
Okay.
kill a few enemies, you have to sit there and meditate to become more powerful, to increase your core so you can progress. It's like a level up system, but you don't have the stat sheets or anything. You just have like the mana core. So like after say Goku beat the ever living shit out of Frieza, he would have to sit there and fucking cultivate and meditate for a few hours to become more powerful from that.
Okay.
I mean,
there
he
is-
kind of just does like training to like cultivate his body.
Right.
It's
And
like a body
in
cultivation.
cultivation novels, like the big one that's coming to mind is Divine Dungeon, big cultivation book, and Artorian Archives. They have to, meditate after like wiping out a dungeon floor while they're in Cal to become more powerful or to unlock that next piece of their core. So
I got one. It is a newer isekai, came out last year. My favorite show of last year, actually, and that'd be Jobless Reincarnation, Masoku Tenzin.
I started that,
Where
but I haven't. I've only
they
gotten the first
don't-
episode.
They don't have any sort of leveling, but there is a great thing of like your how much mana you can hold in yourself, and that's where your power comes from. There is a class system of like leveling up like your Saint class because you can hold this much mana so you can cast that big of spell.
Okay.
That's kind of where it is. So I consider that cultivation because there's no like pure numbers or anything to it. It's just you are now able to hold X amount of mana from this world and use it. That's what levels you up. That's what makes you stronger.
What
It
was
only
this anime? I think I missed it.
Jobless Reincarnation, Masoku Tenzin.
I think it's on Funimation, Joel.
It is on Funimation. It's really good. It's about a 38-year-old dude who gets isekai'd and has to restart his whole life from childhood, born
Would
to
Konosuba be cultivation?
Konosuba. Did they have numbers in Konosuba?
They had like their stat card,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't like get the traditional quest prompts and stuff like that.
I think just because you have the stat card now.
It would be an isekai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, Ryan, what's your next choice?
My next choice for an anime that should be an isekai.
No, it should be a lit RPG.
Oh, it should be a lit RPG. Sorry. Ooh. Let me think here for a second.
All right. Well, you think, Joel, do you have one off the top of your head?
I might throw Bleach out there.
Bleach is a good one.
Bleach would be a good one. That is a good pick. And I mean, we're sticking with the classic big three. So
Right. Just those long running series that I don't know. Probably need some more stability in there.
The Bankai stuff would work really well, like the way he leveled up and everything.
Those would be his different forms.
Soul Society, doing all like your rank within Soul Society and everything. So there is that level power gauge to you.
All right.
Okay, I got one.
All right, hit me with it.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Ooh, that would be good.
That would be kind of cool.
I think you could do something really cool where, like, again, I think you started off the same way. Human body parts got put into what's it called? Ghoul body parts got put into ghoul. We all know ghouls live in this world.
Yeah.
So you get that put into you, so now you have half ghoul powers, and it's about you leveling up how strong your ghoul powers are.
That would be cool. And I mean, we don't have enough horror lit RPG, so like having like a traditional like horror type lit RPG would be fucking awesome. Anna, if you are listening to this, please write that survival horror lit RPG. I will buy all the copies and I will support it. I will spend thousands of dollars just for that book.
Because I think that would work really well, in that then you could have like how well your okay, I can't remember the name, but the stuff that like, comes out of his body, how like what attack type you are and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
Then do you drink both human blood? Do you not? Like wrestling with that choice. You could get stat boof if you do, but it puts you down a bad path. That whole kind of thing.
Okay. Now I have one, and I'm gonna go get away from like the like fantasy type thing, and we're gonna kind of do like a more modern day futuristic setting. Psychopaths. Psychopaths would be a really fun lit RPG. Because like you have the quests, which would be your case count and your investigation.
Okay, so you'd be a detective.
Yeah, you would be the main character would be the detective.
Okay.
And once again, like yeah, like you go in, you have your experience, and the more you level up, the more it helps with your morality and trying to, I guess, figure out what would be the proper way to keep.
You want LA Noir?
A little bit, yeah, but more
Okay.
Psychopaths, like where you have the partner duo, and you have like the more trigger happy guy, and the main character is the main detective that has to like keep the calm state. And then like at the end of the first book, have that big like cliffhanger where he's like, "Well, fuck, we've been doing this all wrong." What do you think?
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't that be fucking cool? Zekler said I'm clipping that claim. I don't know what claim it is, so I gotta watch the clip.
I think it was the one with Anna telling Anna to write the
Oh shit, no! No, Zekler, no!
horror series.
I don't have that kind of funding. I don't have that funding. No. I'm broke as fuck right now. Damn it.
It's too late.
Damn it.
Okay, wait, I got one.
Oh, we are still playing the game for every episode of Can We Break Richie?
Can we break Richie? How do I win this?
Oh, we just try
You
to
break Richie.
we try to get me to laugh like hysterically and do my
All
like
right.
cackle laugh. You know the
So, one anime that I do want to point out, because it just came out this year, it's got like its third episode so far. It's on Funimation, but it's called She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man. It is placed in a video game, and basically he changed the appearance of his character to like a girl character, and
Gun Gale Online.
huh?
You said changed his avatar to a girl character. I said Gun Gale Online.
Yeah, pretty.
I
But
forgot Kirito plays as a girl, and then I restarted Gun Gale. I was like, oh yeah, he's a chick. No, that sounds good, Joel. I might have to watch an episode or two before I go to bed tonight.
yeah, I mean, it just came out this year, so
Neat.
on
Oh.
that anime hype.
All right,
I got an interesting one here that I
Okay.
think could work really well in this, with battle system and leveling and all that. Kill a Kill.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
Does
You
Kill
got
la
your
Kill I mean, it's super fan servicey, so you have that.
fan service.
Does it get harem-y? I don't remember if it gets harem.
It does not get
Okay.
harem.
Make it a harem, and I'll be good. This is King Shame Free Zone. I like my harems. Leave me the fuck alone.
So that's a common trope in lit RPGs.
Harems
is-
are becoming a little bit more common, like in the game lit RPG world. I've read quite a few.
So there's game lit, and what's the other kind of lit? There's fantasy lit.
There's game lit, cultivation, dungeon core, and lit RPG.
Okay.
If we're going fantasy, it's more epic fantasy. But like Arcane Ascension, the poster that's behind me, is a game lit. It's by
Okay.
Andrew Rowe. He used to work for Blizzard, Obsidian, and Crytek.
I've heard the name before.
Yeah, he the people who do Neverwinter Online, is that Crytek?
I
Or is
believe
that
so.
Cryptic?
I think it's cryptic.
It's Cryptic. Crytek is Crisis. So it's Cryptic. My bad. He writes a series called Arcane Ascension, and it has like that progression system. It's very game lit. It's
Mm.
the perfect definition of a game lit book, and I love it.
I got another one loaded up if you need me to
Hit me with
shoot it.
another. I have two, and they take place in the same universe.
Okay, yeah, and I can hit you with another one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ooh, ooh.
Hmm.
I knew you were gonna bring JoJo up.
I was gonna bring JoJo
Where's
up. I
John
love
at?
JoJo.
Where's John?
Where is John? That's a great question. John, I hope you're doing well.
Where'd he go?
What was I gonna say about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure though? You got your battle system with the stands. You have power increase with like how strong your stand is. They have different ways of rating them, all that kind of thing. And there's different ways you level up, so I think it could work.
Okay.
You get dropped in, you're given a stand, you're put on a mission to go beat Dio, beat the big bad of the world.
Holy
think it works.
diva. Sorry, anytime Dio gets brought up, I gotta bring up the Holy Diver. It's either that or Tenacious D.
No, I can accept that.
So
Okay.
Ryan,
Hit me.
hear me out, because they technically, I believe, are in the same universe.
All right.
Soul Eater and Fire Force.
They are not in the same
Are they
universe.
not?
They're not.
Damn it.
But yeah, they'd work.
I always thought they were
Soul
the same
Eater.
universe.
I think Soul Eater would work a lot better.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you have
I think so.
you have the Soul Society, or well, that's the Death Society, and the Reapers and all that fun shit. God damn it! And you have the Meisters, which I actually just read a lit RPG that was called Gunmeister Online. It is super not safe for work, so I just going and giving you the heads up on that now. but you had the relationship between the weapon and its meister, and it gave off the Soul Eater vibe, but with Gun Gale, and it was fucking good.
Okay. I think Soul Eater works really well for
So
this.
Soul
I
Eater's been
think.
at like the top of my brain because like that's one of my favorite animes of all time. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
good. It's so fucking good.
it was so unique. Oh, an easy one. I've already a lot of its systems in play. Full Metal Alchemist.
God damn it, that was
Brother.
next on my list. Damn it. No,
Now tell me why you think it's good. Lit RPG.
so you have the alchemists, which are
Mhm.
would be the ones to go out, complete the quests, and you would have that checks and balance in state. But if you put it in a lit RPG, it would be interesting because one, you have the resurrection of his brother, and then putting him in the body of the
Mhm.
metal suit. But I feel like if they would do Full Metal Alchemist, I would have it take place in that world, but not follow Edward and his brother. Have it follow someone else, like follow the captain or someone else in the Alchemist Guild.
Okay. No, I can dig that. No, I can definitely dig that because I think it'd work really well. No,
Chalk Zone is a portal, not an isekai.
a portal's an isekai.
Portal Fantasy,
I mean, yeah, it's suddenly teleported to a new world, so I'd consider it isekai.
Zekler said Tenchi Muyo. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Muyo.
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
And
I don't think I have either.
Zekler, I might need you to send me that
Oh,
info.
yeah, NC Muyo. Okay. Now I was making sure of this. All right. No, he's going old school. He's going like
He said
early
that's an
90s.
oldie like me.
Yeah, that's an early 90s anime. Um, would it work? Well, it has a harem,
I'm in.
so
Sold.
you're sold.
I'm already sold. Don't judge me. I like my harems.
And how to put what it's about?
Zekler, you didn't break me though, so it doesn't work. Haha.
No, Tenchi Muyo ain't bad. No, that's not a bad pick at all.
Okay. Joel, do you have another one lined up? Kind of being quiet over
No, I'm just contemplating how much your hair reminds me of Trunks right now.
there. Yeah. If I grow it out more, I can definitely do the trunks look. I can do the trunks look. I'll get the Tapion sword before you come out here.
Have you seen the guy
That'd be
who
dope
spent all
cosplay.
that money to make him look like Trunks? Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
That's a real. This some dude spent like $72,000 on plastic surgery, so he looks like Trunks.
That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna do it and make myself look like Sora.
Why do you want to look like Sora? He's 12.
He's 17 and 3, I think. 18, maybe. Oh no, this is gonna bring up the conversation again. Is Kyrie a lolly? No, we're not getting into this one.
No, Kyrie is a lolly.
She is not a fucking lolly.
If Konako is a lolly, then Kyrie is a lolly.
These are facts.
God damn it.
These are facts.
They're facts.
She's not a lolly. She's more formed.
Jesus, why am I here? Oh god.
Didn't break me.
Jeez.
Didn't break me. We're good. I feel like Joel's trying to break me now. I gotta be on.
Maybe I am.
He's looking for a figure, and I'm scared now.
Ryan,
Ryan, who are
for
you
a
looking
figure?
for?
Oh,
Well, I'm
gosh.
actually just looking at my shelves to see like what other options do I have in my mind here. That'd be fun.
Oh,
And one that we haven't touched on yet, which I'm guessing from some of the titles and stuff that Richie sends to the group chat.
with you and John,
Um,
where I just spam my fucking book
yeah.
collection.
Yeah, Mecha isn't far off. Like you can get sci-fi with it.
You can do a mecha.
I think a
Gundam.
mecha could work.
Gundam. Gundam's a lit RPG.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Fuck, I hate Neon Genesis.
Why do you hate Neon Genesis?
I can't do it. I've tried. I fucking tried. I can't do it.
Don't you want to be sad?
No, I'm already sad enough.
But you could be sadder.
No, I don't think the world needs that right now. No,
the
Ryan.
world
Hey, Rich.
Sadder,
God
Richie.
damn it, Joel. What?
It's a sad lit RPG. We're talking about anime tropes and lit RPG. We talked about what animes would be good lit RPGs, but we haven't really talked about
No, that's
what
coming
kind
up.
of
That's coming up. That's coming up. That's coming up. It's coming up.
yeah,
It's coming up.
what kind of tropes we see in lit RPG.
It's coming up.
Sad. Which ones made you sad? What makes you sad?
What makes you sad? Is it-
Talk to us, right?
Is it touching your hand to a coffin?
No, that makes me laugh.
Press F to pay respects.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what Calder was trying to do. Calder just wanted to pay respects to the Lich.
F in the chat.
F in the chat. Thank you, Zekler, for the F at the chat. I got one more.
Yeah.
I got one more, and I'm going kind of old school, like early 2000s, Toonami
Okay,
era.
I was alive then.
Yeah. So and I started rewatching it and rereading it not too long
Okay.
ago, Ryan, and you even asked me why, and I said I
Oh, I
don't
know.
know.
Oh, this is.
Inuyasha.
Yeah. Now, hear me out. Hear me
It's
out.
an isekai.
It's an isekai.
It's a portal fantasy isekai.
Because the main girl gets sent there for a portal, right?
Yeah, she goes down the well, and the well acts as a portal.
Yes.
So is Spirited Away an isekai?
No, Spirit Away's garbage.
What the fuck?
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
kidding. It's not like The Dark Knight. It's good though.
That one I've gone used to. I wasn't prepared for that, Richie. I can handle your bad Dark Knight take, but
That's
Away
Studio
maybe the-
Ghibli, man.
No,
You
I
don't
love my
touch
Studio
it.
I do love my Studio Ghibli. It is not my favorite Studio Ghibli film, but it is a good one.
What is your favorite Studio Ghibli
Mononoke.
film? Okay, that's fair.
Princess Man. This is a
That's
good
fair.
one.
That is
I
a
went
good
on a
one.
whole fucking rant about this. Remember, Ryan?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I've been with you for so many rants.
Wasn't
just
it the
live.
first Anime Nation?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, I'm not actually talking shit. It was a joke. God.
You talking shit? Talk shit, get shot.
He was talking about Spirited Away. He's like, talk shit about Spirited Away.
Yeah, do it, bitch.
Could have been casted better. There, I said it.
We'll get our pitchforks.
This is why we only listen to subs.
I want to enjoy my movie, not read it.
I don't like that.
He's an Audible listener.
Yeah, exactly.
You really think he's gonna?
I have dyslexia.
that.
Fuck off.
I forget about that sometimes.
How? I joke about it all the fucking time. That's my
Because I
classic
think-
trope.
Good God. All right. Let me see. Do I have any others that I think would make for great?
And our next topic's
E.
actually going to be lit RPGs that would make good animes.
Ooh, you guys should try and pitch these two.
Oh, I'm going to. I have a few lined up.
All right, now I'm ready for this. Hit me with them.
All right, you ready? All right. So, of course, the land. The land would be the most perfect one. And, like, it's been, like, all over the Miss Village group that we want the land as an anime. Like, I wouldn't mind a live-action series for it, like, on Amazon or Netflix. But an anime would be much better because it could go so over the top. And,
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out how to make... Zekler just said, I've been trying to figure out how to make My Neighbor Totoro into a good lit RPG. That would be a slice of life lit RPG, and that would be a good one.
Is that a genre?
Slice of life?
Slice of life lit
Yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what
Lotus
it's nothing.
Lake, Mana Harvest. Oh, what else is there? just really calm ones. They're good. Like not a lot happens, but like there's some stuff that happens. That's good. Oh, so my next pick, Dungeon Crawler Carl, would make a fucking fantastic anime, but
That would make a
in
good
the
anime.
art style of Dead Man Wonderland.
So pitch me this.
I could see that. I'm just imagining a lot of blood splatter just
Exactly.
everywhere.
So, all right, hold on. Let me pull up Dungeon Crawler Carl and I'll read you the synopsis.
A lot of blood splatter and heart-shaped boxer briefs. Or heart boxer briefs.
Okay, so it's just the video game Catherine.
Better.
Nothing's better, Catherine. That's monsters.
So the apocalypse will be televised. A man, his ex-girlfriend's cat, and a sadistic game show unlike anything in the universe. A dungeon crawl where survival depends on killing your prey in the most entertaining way possible. In a flash, every human erected construction on Earth, from Buckingham Palace to the tiniest of sheds, collapses in a heap, sinking into the ground. The buildings and all the people inside have been atomized and transformed into the dungeon. An 18-level labyrinth filled with traps, monsters, and loot galore. A dungeon so enormous it circles the entire globe. Only few dare to venture inside, but once you're in, you can't get out. And what's worse, each level has a time limit. You have but days to find a staircase down to the next level, or it's game over. In this game, it's not about your strength or your dexterity. It's about your followers, your views, and your sponsorship. Your clout, and it's about building an audience and killing those goblins with style. You can't survive here. Or you can't just survive here. You gotta survive big. You gotta fight with vigor and excitement. You gotta make them stand up and cheer. And if you have that it factor, you may just find yourself with a following. That's the only way to truly survive in this game. With the help of loot boxes dropped upon you by the generous benefactors watching you from across the galaxy. They call it Dungeon Crawler World, but for Carl, it's anything but a game.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. So it's combining a few things already in my head.
Okay.
It's got a few things going. You got me some Danganronpa elements with it being a big game and you having to have to play out the game, but that's just any death game type deal.
Right.
But no, I think the only thing that it needs is how well. Just tell me how in the book it does it is the leveling system. It's the how many people follow them.
No. So they do have a level system they get from experience from killing like the monsters and mobs
Okay,
or other
so that
players.
gives
There
it
is a
time.
PvP factor in this. So you
Okay.
can, like you can kill other people in the game. But Carl's big thing is about having humanity come together to survive. And almost every chapter he repeats one phrase and it's "You will not break me. You will not break me." And he has his cat or his ex-girlfriend's cat because he goes through a breakup right at the beginning. That comes up with him into the dungeon, and her name is Donut, and she talks, and then she goes by the name Princess Donut. And there's a common catchphrase is "God damn it, Donut." So like it's got a bunch of things, but like it actually gets fucking dark and it gets sad. Like it gets really fucking sad. You want to know something that makes me sad? Dungeon Crawler Carl's got its fucking moments. Cause he gets
All right.
messages like from like people on his friends list, but
Mm-hmm.
next to their name it'll say if they're deceased or not. So if he doesn't open a message for a while, he'll find out that someone has died, but sends him a message before like they die. Like he gets a message from like one of his comrades from earlier on. It gets fucked up. And like he collapses right there, and I almost collapsed right there too. So like I fucking felt it. I felt it in my soul. But it's televised across the galaxy and everything, and they have like the different like corporations that like put on the dungeon each season. And they go
Okay.
to a different planet each season. I think this is like the 13th or 14th season for the show. And like they have their not their sponsor. What's Mordecai? Joel, it's his not
Uh,
his trainer, but
his guide,
his
pretty
agent.
much.
It's like his
Yes.
agent or something like
Well,
that.
he becomes an agent, but at first he's just like a
Is it li-
tutorial
is it like the
guide.
Hunger Games, where there's a dude who
Uh,
sponsors you?
They
I
just summon
mean,
monsters, and each floor like has a theme and shit.
Okay.
It's really cool. But I figured that would be a really good anime. But like with that art style of Dead Man Wonderland,
Yeah,
like
no, I definitely see it. That's a very fluid art style. It works
right.
for this. It's
And
fun
Dead Man
and
Wonderland, that
poppy.
was another pick I was actually going to throw on there that would make a great lit RPG.
that would make a really good lit
Mhm.
RPG.
So Joel, do
No,
you
no, I
have
like.
one?
Do I have one? Dude, I have a lot. But
All right.
like,
We're gonna limit
I
it
was
to
just
3, so
okay.
we
I
don't go
was
too
just
far.
going through, and I was like, what makes an anime like a good anime for like a lit RPG series? And I
Over the
was
top
like,
bullshit.
the fact that they never finished the series makes it a good anime.
Oh God, Joel, don't.
So like like ongoing lit RPG right now, I feel like would make a really good series.
Okay, but you gotta pick one and pitch it to
I know,
Ryan.
I know, I know. I'm like, I could honestly throw out like They Call Me Mad because
Yeah, that would
we
make a
both
really fun
just
anime.
started that, and it really would make a really good anime. But if I were to go into like, I don't even know, Lotus Lake would be a good one, just as like a slice of life anime.
All right,
What does a slice of life
wholesome,
lit
So
wholesome
RPG look
story. Fruits baskets
What?
would be a slice
it's
of life.
an anime that doesn't have a main antagonist.
No, no, I understand what slice of life is. I just want to know. Give me the plot of this slice of life lit
Got
RPG.
it. I have the summary right here.
So basically, it's just gaming to game. Like
Okay,
you
I can
go
respect that.
right.
Okay.
All right, do you want me to read the synopsis, Joel?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, reborn 5 years in the past, a second chance to do everything over. What would you do? For Ashlyn, being reborn 5 years in the past is both a boon and a bane. She's reborn in the wreckage of tragedy, forced to deal with a life that she messed up before. Now all she has to show for her life is 5 years of accumulated knowledge in the greatest virtual reality game ever released, Elysium, and the pain of friendships lost. This time, Ashlyn is going to make a difference. This time, she's going to fix the mistakes she's made and save the relationship she's lost. And to do that, she's going to use all the knowledge she gained from the future to blaze her way to the top with a new class, the Mystic Mage. That'd make a really good anime. And it's a time travel one.
Okay, no, I can dig that. No, definitely. I think that'd make a great anime.
All right. Now,
No, like. What's your next one?
my next one, I'm throwing it back to our very first episode, and that is Pyre Souls Apocalypse, the Dark Souls of
Dude,
lit
I was
RPG.
thinking that. So definitely seeing that in like a Castlevania art style.
The art style of Castlevania is exactly what came to mind. So when Pyre Souls released, it was a brutal new virtual reality game with a twist. The first to beat the game would win billions of dollars. But after the Bergen Beast couldn't be defeated, Pyre Souls turned very real and unleashed an apocalypse of undead monsters and a system of levels and stats onto the world. For many years since, Jacob Windsor has fought with a sword and a shield to survive post-collapse Earth, where only ancient, guilty-soaked weaponry can harm the monsters from Pyre Souls. While defending his bunker with some of the last God damn it. While defending the bunker with some of the last refugees of humanity, yet another friend loses his life to secure only one final hope. An artifact capable of sending one person through time. In a cruel twist of fate, Jacob becomes humanity's best chance of survival. He takes the plunge into the past of the terrifying, fractured realm of Pyrosols, where every player is out for blood and monsters, and the monsters are more vicious than anything on post-collapse Earth. Armed with the knowledge of the game mechanics, secret loot, and enemy weakness, along with well-honed swordsmanship from years of battle, Jacob has every possible advantage against the competition. But the choices he makes have a long-reaching rippling effect on the timeline. Can Jacob beat the clock while grinding out levels and manage to avert the apocalypse, or will his every action darken the timeline even further? So think Dark Souls,
Okay.
but like with time
I
travel.
remember, like, right when I first met you, you were reading this book.
Yes, this was the first
So,
episode
yeah.
for. I won it in January of last year. I had won a copy of it from James T. Callum because he posted. He was like, "Hey, definitely post a gift for this giveaway. Your favorite Dark Souls gift for me." So I posted 3. I posted
Okay.
the Sif and Astria dancing gif because that's like one of my favorite fucking gifs. I posted the classic Solaire gif, you know, doing the da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then I posted a Shrek meme where
All right.
it was the 3 guys lined up and it says, "This is the part where you run," because I just laugh every fucking time.
Okay. Okay.
And I won this, and that's how I got this. And this is like one of my favorite lit RPGs. And the second book comes out on Audible on March 1st, which is Tuesday while Joel is out here in Colorado. So he already knows what we're going to be listening to, like when we're going to the bars and shit. We're going to be
All right.
traumatized. But no, this would make a great lit RPG, especially in the art style of Castlevania on Netflix.
Okay. No, I can definitely see that. That keeps that dark, gloomy aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
You have your systems in play, all that. It's
PvP.
a bit grittier. It's a bit heavier than most things. So yeah, no, I think it definitely works as one. I like that.
All right. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Joel, do you have another one?
Do I have another one? Yeah.
Hit me with
Yeah. Okay. I want to throw out Chronicle.
it. Ooh.
The 2011 movie about the crystal.
No.
Oh God, who's the author of that one, Joel?
I just know it's narrated by
Nick Hodel.
Nick Hodel.
First login. Here we go. This one's an interesting one. What art style would you put this in, Joel?
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe like a SAO art style.
Okay. All right. Corbin is an adventurer. He just hasn't realized it. He was born in the wrong age, in an era where the world has already grown tame. With the advent of fully immersed virtual reality, however, that's going to all change. A revolutionary new game, Chronicle, makes much bolder claims than the competition. It offers a perfect simulation in a new world with quests, magic, monsters, and gods. But Chronicle's biggest draw is something irresistible. While players are logged in, they have extra time to live. In Corbin's world, he may be average. He may work hard for no recognition. He may never catch a break and he may seem trapped. But a new world brings new opportunities, and extra time presents an extra chance. Perhaps he'll find that he's not so average after all. So, like when he first logs in and everything, Joel, I'll let you go on this one because I'm gonna have a coffee fit.
Yeah, no. So it from the description, it's your typical like in a video game anime. But for Chronicle in particular, it's got a very, very good like character development and just like the abilities he gets and like how the world building. I'll just say the world building in Chronicle is just really, really good. So whenever he logs in, he ends up getting like well, okay, not whenever he logs in, but eventually he ends up getting a class that is a multi-classer, sort of. And that's his main, like, protagonist power on that you have for, like, most animes.
Okay, I can dig.
So the more classes he has leveled up to, like, a higher level, the more he gets from those classes. The system normally will penalize you, but once you get like so many classes up to like level 20,
Penal.
You basically go from only getting like 50% of like your damage docked to like up to 94% or whatever. And then it goes like, you can have it go stronger the more classes you have. So, yeah.
So you can multi-class, you can experience the whole world, and you probably get a lot of world building for that, of them learning different classes and mastering them and that kind of deal.
Yeah.
No, I definitely think that would work really well. And like, what is this typical just dark high fantasy world, or what's the world like?
Typical fantasy type.
Okay.
Except you have the gods, where there's one stat that can't increase, and that's luck. Your luck stat you can never put points into. But
So you're just born lucky?
no, luck isn't a thing. But he keeps getting blessed by the god of luck.
Okay.
There's a whole thing behind it before going into. yeah, it's weird. But Joel, I have one, and I'm going because I've talked about ones we've covered on the show. But I'm gonna do one we haven't talked about on the show, or hasn't had its own episode yet.
Oh, yeah, what's your final pick, Rich? What is
I actually have two. I have two more.
All right, hit me with them.
But my next one is A Snake's Life by Kenneth Arant. So
I was thinking about it.
what would be a good art style for this? I kind of like the Overlord art style for this one, or Soul Eater for this one specifically. So the afterlife isn't what you think. A loving father of 3 children, Albert lived life with a few regrets. He served his country far from home. He outlived his soulmate. He died alone. However, his assumptions about a peaceful eternity reunited with his wife are thrown out the window when a meddling god digs his fingers into Albert's afterlife. The positive? He will have the chance to see his wife again. The negative? He has to survive the dangers of the legendary World Tree for the next 300 years. He is reincarnated into a world full of magical evolutions, monstrous deer, a sassy 10-year-old elves, and untold hidden dangers. It won't be easy, but if life has taught Albert anything, it's this. If something is worth having, it's worth fighting for, and he intends to fight. I'm gonna add a little piece to this last part. No matter how much it makes him a monster. I added that last part, but because he becomes a fucking monster, and he's awesome, and I love it. Torga's fucking scary.
Dude, I don't think it like illustrated that he comes back as a snake.
Yeah, he comes back as a big old snake.
He comes back as a snake, and there's an evolution system where the more you eat, the more power you get. Pretty much, the more you can evolve.
He becomes the world's.
No, Jormungandr is in this, but like it does deal with Norse mythology. But he does destroy Asgard at one point, trying to save it. He fucking destroys Asgard. And like his little adopted daughter, the 10-year-old elf, because he does end up like adopting this little 10-year-old. Spoilers, sorry. Like she's like betrothed to Thor later on, and he's like, I don't fucking like you, Thor. I will fucking eat you if you hurt her.
This reminds me of an anime.
Okay.
And the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yes.
Where you start off as the lowest of low-level NPC mob monster.
And he does start out as just a basic snake, and like he eats, and that's how he evolves. And every time he evolves, it's like...
And that's how slime was.
Yeah.
Is they would absorb creatures they defeated, and then they'd gain their stats and stuff.
All
So
right.
yeah, no, I definitely think that would work. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Joel, do you have one? Because I have
I-
one more.
This will be my last one.
Okay.
And I would throw it out there. And I know you're going to talk shit about it, but
I swear if you put fucking World Seed on here.
He Who Fights with Monsters.
Okay, that's fine. I'll allow it.
I think He Who Fights with Monsters would be a really good anime.
The full Keanu.
The full Keanu.
That chapter was actually pretty good. Zekler says boo. Boo.
Don't boo.
So what is this about?
You want me to read the synopsis, Joel?
I gotta find book 1.
I have it.
You got it pulled up?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's on your account.
Yeah, the first book is. The rest of them are on yours. Oh, hey, look. Book 5's got a release date.
I know. I saw that. I was so excited.
Oh, it's trying to fucking make me listen to the book. I have 14 hours left. I've been listening to it when I go to bed, so I'm over halfway through it.
It's a long series.
And this was actually selected as one of Audible's best audiobooks of 2021.
Shit. Okay.
All right, Joel, I
you
need an
know
art
it's-
style really quickly.
Oh man, dude.
You know
I
what?
want to say. Oh no, go
Full
ahead.
Metal Alchemist classic, not Brotherhood.
Bold.
Okay.
All right. So, selected as Audible's best audiobooks of 2021, Jason wakes up in a mysterious world of magic and monsters. It's not easy making the career jump from office supply store middle manager to heroic interdimensional adventurer. At least Jason tries to be heroic, but it's hard to be good when all your powers are evil. He'll face off against cannibals, cultists, wizards, monsters, and that's just on the first day. He's going to need courage, he's going to need wit, and he's going to need some magic powers of his own. But first, he's going to need pants.
Does he need pants? You don't need pants to fly.
No, he does. He does spawn in, and he's completely naked. He's bald and everything. Oh, I just thought of a better art style, Joel. Oh fuck, it's escaping me. The World Ends with You. The anime for The World Ends with You. I think would be a really good fucking art style for this one.
I think a Castlevania art style might be good with just all the detail, but not as gritty.
Okay, I can see it. And like I give He Who Fights with Monsters slack. It's very slow to start. It's not really my like forte, but it's I'm enjoying it a little bit more. Ooh, One Punch Man style, Joel.
That would be a good one. Although I don't see it randomly getting less detailed with like just I'm just imagining Saitama's face
When he
with
comes through, he goes,
just 3
"Found
lines.
you."
Found you.
It's one of my favorite fucking scenes. It makes me cackle every time.
Oh,
No,
man.
that would be a good one. That would be a good one. And Ryan, so it's also Australian. Jason is a Australian or a Japanese heritage boy living in Australia because
Okay.
his father's Japanese, and it's really good. So he goes on a whole like fucking tangent about it. It's actually
I
that's
will
a good
say
moment.
his character reminds me a lot of Loki from the Loki TV series.
Okay.
He's
Okay,
kind
I
of just
see.
thrown in the deep end, and you see a lot of him just bullshitting his way out of situations to start with, but he eventually comes into his own, and it's a good series.
All right. No, that sounds good. That sounds cool.
All right.
What's your final one, Rich?
My final one before we start wrapping up the show, because we've been actually going for an hour and 15 minutes. Let me get a deep breath because this coughing fit's gonna kill me. So I know Zekler's gonna be fucking thrilled, and I know Joel's gonna be thrilled that this is on my list because I can't go an episode without talking about this. And just to get us hyped for the episode that's happening when Joel's actually gonna be out here, and that is Cyber Squad by AK Mossy Cat. I think Cyber Squad was a previous episode. Yes. That was actually our first 4-man episode where we had the author and narrator on, which they will be coming back to do an episode with us
Ooh, lovely.
on the 27th. Joel, what day do you fly in? 27th? Yeah, the 27th of February,
Yeah.
where Joel and I will actually be sitting side by side. It's going to be a fun fucking time. But I'm going to have this in the Psychopaths art style because it just gives
Okay.
off that vibe. So
Now I can actually hit him when he calls me that weird guy.
I'm just going to call you that fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ghost in the Shell art style would be good as well.
Okay. So
Ooh, yeah.
is this cyber? I'm taking cyberpunky.
Kind of. It takes place in a futuristic world, but here, let me read it to you real quick.
Okay.
Kai thought he had the best job in the world, playing VR games for a living. Not if the games are trying to kill you, though. The net is the last great frontier, a wilderness of data filled with mysteries beyond imagination. Bugs, a harmless annoyance in earlier decades, have become a deadly menace in times when gamers connect their brains directly to VR. The Cyber Squad has been created to hunt them down. What used to be a game QA in earlier times has become an elite special force of the future, risking their lives to keep users safe. At first, joining Cyber Squad seems like the dream job to Kai. He's paid well to be part of the coolest troop the gaming world has ever seen. But soon he discovers the net is a way scarier place than anyone would have suspected, and the bugs are the smallest problems he and his team will have to face. God damn it, I love Cyber Squad.
So,
Okay.
what I would say is imagine someone playtesting Log
Cyberpunk-
Horizon.
I was gonna say playtesting
Or-
Cyberpunk 2077 and having to live through all of those
Just
bugs.
like a full dive Cyberpunk
Okay.
2077.
Okay. And all these bugs,
Hit-
like, are they like game glitching bugs? Or are
So
they,
yeah,
like,
so the first one
Yeah.
he runs into in the book is actually a unkillable spider boss.
Okay.
And like they have
So
their
it-
pain receptors and everything, but when this glitch happens, their pain receptors go to maximum settings. So they feel everything.
Okay, so it's Digimon. We're talking
Kinda.
about Digimon.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Digimon would be
Okay.
a good art style for it. The new Digimon, Digimon, not classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Okay, no, I can definitely dig that. And what's like the game world style?
So, the game world that he
Different
first starts
world.
in is called Tesota, which is pretty much the Elder Scrolls online.
Okay.
But the game he actually tests in the book, like once he works for the Cyber Squad and everything and gets hired, is Behind Blue Eyes, which think of Cyberpunk 2077 meets a not necessarily a battle royale, but like with more advanced cyborgs and like more of a noir setting.
Okay, no, I can dig. Yeah, no, definitely I do a Ghost in a Shell art style, and I think no, that'd make a dope anime. There's
Right?
not enough of that. It felt like the '90s is where we left that cyberpunk aesthetic behind for anime.
Cowboy Bebop.
I mean, we got the Bebop, we got Akira, we got Ghost in the Shell, all great pillars of cyberpunk. So yeah, I definitely think that'd be a great anime.
All right. Well, that's why I brought you on, because I was like, you're my anime expert. I mean, you are the host of an anime podcast. Go watch Anime
do.
Nation by the Penultimate Conquest. It's good shit.
I do host an anime podcast. That's something I do.
And you guys are doing Attack on Titan stuff right now, right?
Yeah, we are doing Attack on Titan stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'll get to my plugs when I get to them.
All right. Yeah. So, but do we have any last thoughts? Like, this was just a fun bullshit episode. Like I said throughout the episode, it wasn't our traditional like style. It was just a fun time.
Sometimes you just need to sit down with the boys and have a chat.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes a shower thought needs to be widened into a whole episode of a podcast.
And sometimes I got to throw out a fake hot take just to see Ryan's reaction.
It upset me. It bothered me. Bothered me.
Sorry, Ryan.
I think it bothered us all.
I thought my other decision earlier today would have upset you a little bit more.
Yeah. You make your life choices. I respect them.
Yeah. So, wrap it up. Last thoughts, Joel? You got anything for me?
Oh man, I think we need a scene in a lit RPG where the female, like main female, accidentally falls on the MC and just gets boobs to the face.
Yeah, we do need a
'Cause
classic boobs to
that's
the
an
face.
anime trope. That's an anime trope, and it needs
that
to
is an anime
appear in a
trope.
lit RPG.
We do
Thank
need
you.
a classic boobs to face anime trope. I'm pretty sure it happens in some of the harems. Actually, I think it happens in
I'm sure
supers.
it does.
I think it happens in supers.
Is it?
I think so. I've read a lot of
I haven't
harems.
read all. I haven't read Supers all the way through, so I think I just read like the first.
You read the
book or
box
two?
set, the first box set.
Yeah, first 3 books.
4.
This shit rated
What?
porn.
Huh?
I was like, this shit rated porn.
Dude, it is straight up erotica, but it's good erotica. Don't fucking judge me.
You're not king shaming you. You're the one who's king shaming yourself.
Nani?
Nani? All right.
Exactly.
Ooh, I just thought of a game that would make a really fun lit RPG.
Oh yeah.
Give it to me.
The Yakuza series. That would make a fucking fantastic lit RPG.
Yeah.
I think anything would make a good lit RPG.
Yeah,
but
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts would make a good lit RPG. Shout out to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh God.
No more. Get on
Alright.
that shit.
He has Final Fantasy to make. Let him be. Again.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start wrapping up the show. Stuff you can look forward to coming up on Pin or not. Whoa, we're not doing Pin.
Yeah.
I'm used to doing it this for when I host
Yeah.
Pin Ultimate Conquest. Oops. Stuff to look forward to on Stats. We do have our first deep dive coming up soon. Like I said, we did try to record that last week, but I was still sicker than shit, so I couldn't function, and I just figured it wouldn't be the best content I could give you guys. So I said, hey, let's postpone it. Talking to Zeckler and Joel later, we're gonna set a date. Probably shoot for tomorrow. Probably. I just went back to work, so I've been drained the past few days. Like I said earlier, also, we have giveaways going on. Let's hit those goals. 200 followers on Twitch, 15 subscribers on Twitch, and then 100 subscribers/followers on our YouTube page. Which, if you go over to our Twitter, Stats on Stats Lit, we do have the link to the YouTube page. So go check it out. All of these episodes are being uploaded. I'm still trying to get the episodes uploaded to the podcast apps. I'm having issues, and I'm trying to get it all figured out. I promise I am working hard on it. Bear with me. Episodes we have coming up. I think Daniel Wazinski is going to be our next guest on the 13th. I'm still waiting to hear back from him. Then on the 27th, which is the episode Joel will be out here, we will have Anna and Zach back on for Cyber Squad Level 2. And then we will be having a special episode where we have Zach on for I Am the Bad Guy and talking about like the narrating journey between that and like being the bad guy, because it's really good. And if you haven't checked out the I Am the Bad Guy, definitely check that shit out. But we're booked all the way up to May, and we have a lot of fun episodes coming up. I'm trying to look and see. I believe March 13th, which is going to be our first episode for March. Let me check the calendar. Yes, it is. We have David J. Bushman to discuss Darklands Online. And then also, who else do we have? Oh, Ryan DeBruin. Ryan DeBruin's in April coming back, and we're going to be talking about either the Ether Flow series or the Star Tower. We're still trying to figure out which one we're going to talk about. And we also
do
might
we
be.
know? Hey, do we know what series we are talking with Daniel?
I think we're just going to be talking about some of his work.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going to bring up Mercenary War God for Hire.
You're gonna have to read Viceroy's Pride before then.
Yes, it is on my list. We got time. I got a little time. So much shit to get through. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff planned and a lot of fun episodes to look forward to. So we hope you guys are ready for all of our fun content. All right. Hey, Ryan.
Yo, I'm alive. Hi.
Where can people find you?
people can find me on Twitter at Ryan the Lion 3055. And they can find me over at what you shouted out earlier over at Pen Conquest. Especially this week, got some people out, got some people doing stuff, busy, traveling, all that. So you can find me Twitch streaming over there throughout this week. I'll be Twitch streaming some Legends of Arceus and then some Dark Souls 3 to get ready for that Elden Ring. So check me out over there.
Who'd you pick for your starter?
For my starter?
Yeah.
That's easy. It's fucking easy. Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil squad, rise up. All right. Hey, Joel.
Yo.
Hey, Joel. Joel.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sir Valor Hunter. Yeah. I normally plug stats on stats, but
Yeah, I mean,
you can do that this time.
you can find me here on the Stats on Stats Twitch. We're trying to make the decision if we're going to be doing any sort of streams or shit on this channel other than our shows. You can find us, or you can find me at Rich Dolphus on Twitter. Yeah, pretty much. I'm losing all my energy. I apologize. Like my energy meter is going down. But yeah, find me there at Rich Dolphus. I usually post either some really, really fun hot takes that just piss people off. Like The Dark Knight's a bad movie.
Oh, they're bad.
God damn
They
it.
are so bad.
But I have shit taste. There's a reason I'm the lit RPG expert and not a film expert.
There is a reason for that one.
But Ryan, you love my takes. As much as you hate them, you'll love them.
I love to hate them.
So, I mean, I could pull out a really good one right now, Ryan.
I'm good. I think
No, I'm gonna fucking do it, Ryan.
All right, hit me.
I have posted this one on Twitter before, but I have more fun watching X-Men: The Last Stand than The Dark Knight.
How?
Because it's that bad. And like I said, I have more fun watching it. Is it a better movie? No, but I have more fun watching it.
How can you have fun seeing the best group of superheroes get wasted?
Because it's so bad it's good.
Then watch Sharknado.
That is also a better. I have more fun watching that than The Dark Knight.
That's the hottest take. All right. I'm at a loss of words here.
I got you. And that would be the perfect way to end the show. So this has been Stats on Stats Level 2, Episode 3, Anime Tropes. We've had a fun time here tonight, and please don't crucify me on Twitter.
Or do. I'll just laugh. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, we didn't break it tonight, so yeah, that was a fun time. I appreciate you guys all tuning in, and Ryan, I appreciate you coming back and being one of our reoccurring guests on the show. I think you're actually the first reoccurring guest, if I'm not mistaken. So
hell yeah. Shout out to lit RPGs. I respect them.
We love it. But from all things lit RPG, and for this episode, anime and my bullshit hot takes, my name is Richie Stevens, joined by these two wonderful gentlemen. Hope you all have a wonderful night.